like chaos and confusion. I'm a master of abusing everyone around. So if you want to know, the truth is that I found that it feels so, so good to be just a little bit bad. And I don't know why, but I don't want to go back. And I got all this animosity. It keeps on pouring out of me. Don't know why, but I'm just a little bit bad on a Tuesday. Bad on your birthday. Bad 'cause there's nowhere to go. Whoa. But if you're bad every day, I know that I'll stay. Everyone else should have known that it feels so, so good to be just a little bit bad. And I don't know why, but I don't want to go back. And I've got all this animosity. It keeps on pouring out of me. Don't know why, but I'm just a little bit bad. A little bit bad. A little bit bad. Yep, real live. Look at this. Close more. What? Oh, no, I don't want to check out that moderate chat thing. Alright. Ooh, I could put a goal. 10 super chats. I'll put 1 super chat. For the next hour. And what's going to be my grand prize? I'll make a top 10. I'll do a chat. I'll do a dare suggested by the chat. There we go. That's gonna be funny. Wait, what? Please use a keyframe frequency of 4 seconds or less. Current keyframes are not being sent enough, which can cause a buffering. Uh-oh. Keyframe frequency of 4 seconds or less. Really? Okay, let me see. Settings. Stream. Keyframe. No, well, I can't change it now. Is there like a, close that. Is there a, like, is there a buffering issue going on, everybody? Actually, it's a little warm. I could probably take off my beanie. Like my new haircut? Hashtag not sponsored by Black Velvet Coffee. I'm just a big fan of Black Velvet Coffee. It's not a sponsorship, it's just me legit being passionate about Black Velvet Coffee. Their logo is a skull. That's probably why I like it so much. Alright, so no issues on buffering. Okay, so that's good. Anyways, hello everybody. How are you doing? NCFB says hi. Queen Day and Night says hello, Watch Pony. How's it going, everybody? Elijah Walton says, did you move, WP? Yes, I did. Taylor Edwards, hi, did you see that last episode of Has-Been Hotel? Not yet. Queen Dayanette says, sorry, Watch, I am poor and I'm out of bits. No, it's okay. For those of you who are curious of what I'm referring to, it's because I made a super chat suggestion that I made a goal. Sorry, not a super chat suggestion. But the goal is, if someone sends me a super chat of $2, I will do a dare from the chat room. Anyways, it's okay, Queen Day and Night. I'll still love all of you guys, even if you're poor. Speaking of love, I made myself my homemade breakfast bagel. It's got egg, turkey, all on a beautiful bagel. Can't wait. Dance NCFB says no. Nope, I love that haircut, WP. Thank you. WP Bomb, another bomb. Mango Island is here. Hi, WP. Hello, Mango Island. How are you? Queen Dana saying hello to Mango Island. Mango Island is like one of the OGs, one of the ones that are always here. Along with Queen Day and Night, along with Elijah Walton. So yes, the biggest elephant in the room. Why am I in a different room? Why do I have a different mic stand? Why am I wearing different clothes? Well, oh, YouTube sometimes shows channels. I'm Taylor, your streams. Used to show channel names instead of chat on the handles. That's right. Taylor, you're also one of the OGs. You've been here for so long. Queen Danette says, I mean, I'm not that poor. I have lots of bits in back account. Yeah, no. It's okay. Like I said, I'm not saying you're actually poor, but I'm just saying I appreciate you even if you don't donate. Because unlike a lot of other streamers, or I don't know if a lot is the right word, but there are streamers, and you know it. There are streamers out there who only love their audience if they give them money. I'm not that kind of streamer. I love my audience no matter what. Because for the most part, Watch Pony as a channel doesn't make me any money at all. So whenever I make a video, it's usually always just for free. The golden age of YouTube is dead, and you can't make money making videos anymore. You gotta make Mr. Beast videos in order to like actually make money. Now this is one hell of a McMuffin. So, anyways, why am I in a different room? Well, I did move. I moved back to my hometown in the mountains. I'm going to be staying here for the winter holidays, and hopefully there I'll be able to edit. That's why I brought my whole editing setup and, of course, the microphone. So I could do my editing setup over there, and I'll be able to continue making videos and, of course, stream. I don't know how often I'm going to be streaming because I'm going to be working a few new jobs. Not going to be scare acting. Not going to be doing my my video game appearances. Not going to be acting in general. Just going to take a break from Los Angeles. And in February, I'm probably going to be back in Los Angeles. So for the moment, I'm living in the mountains. I'm watching season 7 of Stargate SG-11. Or SG-1. You're chilling with some people on the internet. Yep, Taylor, that is correct. Queen Dayanette, so this year is my senior year of high school. Hey, congratulations. I watch K-pop Demon Hunters. Hey, congratulations. But yeah, overall, what else is new, everybody? What's been new with your lives while I take another bite out of this sandwich here? Also, for the record, K-pop Demon Hunters is a really good movie. And in case you guys are wondering what's in my coffee cup, it's not just your average coffee, no. This is Black Velvet Coffee, a coffee shop that is not available in Los Angeles. Only available in my little mountain town. And they have this thing called the Horchata Latte. And I absolutely love it. And no other place does it better than this place, the Black Velvet Coffee. Oh. What is that? I met Courage the Cowardly Dog, and during the panel, he was selling the script for Ramses' Tomb. He laughed when he recites the mummy's lines from the slab, return the suffer my curse. I remember that. Queen Day Night says that they're going to good old Tampa in Florida. Oh, that ought to be fun. In Florida, we have White Duck, and it's booming everywhere. Loves their coffee watch bunny. White Duck. If I ever go to Florida, I'll probably have to do that. Also, I'm almost done rewatching the first half of Friendship Magic Season 9. Ooh, that was a good season. I mean, I know it's sad because everybody's like, oh, it's the final one, but also a lot of people who are still into ponies are also kind of over it. But I really do love Season 9. It is a really good season. Season 9 had really good characters. Season 9 had really beautiful moments. I still need to make top 10 moments from Season 9. Can't believe I still haven't done that yet. I took way too big of a bite. What shows am I watching? I'm trying to think. I've actually been watching a lot of Simpsons because in Fortnite there's a big Simpsons season, and oh man, like it got me on a Simpsons trend. So I'm watching a lot of old episodes, new episodes, episodes that I haven't seen before of The Simpsons. I never watched The Simpsons growing up, so it's really fun seeing it now, you know? Let's see, what's this? I wish it was the real Grogar. Mm-hmm. I didn't become a fan, Taylor Edwards says. I didn't become a fan until Season 5 when Starlight Glimmer was introduced, so I think Season 5 is the best. Really? So you didn't like the first 4? That's so crazy because usually a lot of people are like either the band camp of like, I only love the first 4 and the others is terrible, you know? Because a lot of people who do watch their favorite like cartoon shows, sometimes they do like stop watching when their show changes too much and they're introduced new characters or they introduce, you know, the new school or, you know, a lot of people were so heartfelt when Twilight's old library, Cozy Oaks library, the tree house was burned down. And they were like, oh, they gave Twilight a castle, but it's not the same, you know? But yeah, that's why it's good to hear that there are some people who are like the complete opposite. They're like, Season 5 and up was my season. I loved having the Changelings. I loved having Starlight. I loved having the Griffins, and I loved having the extra creatures. I loved when they introduced the Kieran. I loved when they introduced the school. I loved when they introduced the Student 6. Like, there's so many awesome things that came after Season 4 that a lot of people, you know, don't really appreciate. And I really do love the people that do appreciate. Queen Dayanette says, do you know what is dark in the last episode of My Little Pony? Twilight Alicorn and her friends are old and gray, which is kind of dark. Yeah, and that's something that everybody's been kind of thinking about. Everybody's been thinking, oh my gosh, well, if Twilight's an Alicorn, she's literally gonna outlive all of her friends. And in a way, that is kind of what the fandom wants. Because there's so many songs, so many stories, and so many other instances. I mean, hell, people thought this was going to happen literally in Season 3 when Twilight got wings, you know? When Twilight got wings, everybody was like, okay, Twilight's immortal now. It's confirmed. She's going to be immortal and all of her friends are going to die and, you know, what else is going to happen? Now, I'll tell you what's a very disturbing one. a very disturbing story I've heard is a fanfic about Discord and how Discord doesn't want Fluttershy to die. So he's keeping Fluttershy alive even though Fluttershy wants to die herself because everybody else dies. You know, Angel Bunny died, Pinkie Pie dies, Rainbow Dash dies. All of Fluttershy's friends die, but Discord selfishly wants to keep Fluttershy alive because Discord is also immortal and doesn't want to lose Fluttershy. And it became very, like, there was a dark version of it where it's actually just Fluttershy's body, and her body is like rotting and old, but it's still alive. Because, you know, if you keep a pony body alive for too long, like, being old is one thing, but then, like, decomposing is another. Like, that one became very dark. Thankfully, that didn't happen because, according to the comics, Discord is indeed still alive and meets, you know, the future generation of Gen 5. And, you know, got a few memories of, like, you remind me of Fluttershy when he met Hitch. And, you know, he moved on. Which is good, which is, you know, the healthy thing to do. Elijah Walton says, I might be going back to my recovery program. I'm almost done with my 6-month suspension. I got it after illegally downloading a SpongeBob movie. Oof. Oh, man. That sucks. Yep. It sucks that piracy is a crime, but yep, a crime is a crime. Taylor Everett says, no, actually. I started watching it during season 5. Had to binge watch a lot of old episodes. But I first became a fan and started watching it during season 5. Oh. This whole time I thought you were watching seasons 1 through 4 and you're like, bah, the show sucks. And then season 5 comes in and you're like, oh, I'm a fan now. Actually, that would have been funny if that was the case. Oh. Queen Daynut says, I love the princesses episode, even Princess Celestia and Princess Luna. Nice. Taylor says, Starlight was the only enemy that Twilight didn't defeat. She just chose to stop. That's why I love Starlight. Yeah, I suppose that is true. But how do you think Starlight would have affected if Twilight had the elements of harmony? Because that's the only other one that, you know, that they didn't really have. Oh. Wait, I just now got my notification that I went live. What the heck? Yeah, clear all those. Perfect. Okay. Man, yeah, that is true. Technically, Starlight is the one that Twilight could not defeat. Magic-wise, friendship-wise. And I think it's because Starlight did the genius move of removing Twilight's friends. She knew that Twilight alone cannot defeat her. So removed the way of how all of them could be friends, and boom, now Twilight is weak. A weak, frail little pony who cannot do anything. Again, emphasizing just so much that friendship is indeed magic. Mango Island says, I still have Rainbow Road Trip, Holidays Unwrapped, and the 6-episode Friendships Forever clip show. Ooh, nice. Taylor Everett says, there's a movie that I think really tackles being immortal that everybody else doesn't. It's called When the Flower Blooms. It's about an immortal woman raising a son who grows old and dies. When the Flower Blooms. Is that an anime movie? Because if it is, I think I know which one you're talking about. It's quite fascinating, honestly. Like, that movie, the anime movie that I'm thinking of right now, it does star a girl, kind of like 13-esque, you know, looking year-old girl, who, yeah, does run into a baby, raises that baby, lives on Earth, but was like part of a race of like superhumans who don't age. And as a result, you know, she experiences all of motherhood and eventually does have to like let the son grow up and become like, you know, a soldier, become like, you know, an old man, start to, you know, grow a family and everything. Dude, that movie made me cry. That was such a sad movie and it hits so hard. Like, my gosh, one of the best anime movies ever. Like, it's up there with Studio Ghibli's and all that jazz. Mm. I wish to see more of Discord in Generation 6. Oh, everybody does. Discord became one of the best characters in My Little Pony history. And if I remember correctly, Discord was not a character from any My Little Pony generations. You know, he's like a fresh, original character. He was no T-Rex, he was no Solzar, he was no Schmooze, he was no Sea Ponies. He was his own thing. Like, I think Lauren Faust's creation, I think. Did Lauren Faust create Discord? I don't know, I'll have to double check that, but I'm pretty sure she did. Because Discord was introduced while Lauren Faust was still working in the show. The first episode of MLP I watched was Twilight Time. Oh, interesting. Queen Dayanite says, I love Starlight, bro hoof. Taylor Edwards says, I'm going to be honest. As much as I love Starlight Glimmer, I really wish Sunset Shimmer would have returned to Equestria. She's a really cool character. Oh yeah, I agree. And the beauty about Sunset Shimmer is that she ended up becoming like the main character for all of the Equestria girls. Because in Equestria Girls, Twilight's more of a side character. Because, well, it's a different version of Twilight. It's Sci-Twi. So, Sunset Shimmer is more the main character, and she's like the big glue that keeps everybody together. And it's really good. Oh, not only that, but it's free on YouTube. Without spoiling, you're really going to cry at the end of it. Wow. Well, I guess if you're curious about that anime movie that I was talking about, it's free on YouTube. It's called, what was it called again? As the Flower Blooms? Yeah, When the Flower Blooms. All right, then. Then, yeah, if you're really curious about it, I also highly recommend it because it is just, down to its core, it's just a really good movie. Like, highly recommend. Go watch it. Watch that movie. It's really good. There we go. Or actually. There. All right. It's Twilight Time. Twilight Time. Twilight Time. Twilight Time. Yes, it is. Jump, jump. Jump. Everyone's jumping. All right, fine. Let's throw some stars since you feel like jumping, everybody. Boo, 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 boo. All right, go ahead and catch the stars, everybody. Jump, jump, jump. Everybody jump. Funny thing was, originally Nightmare Moon was called Discord, but the studio said no, so she created another character called Discord. The man that inspired Discord actually became the one to voice him. Yeah, that part I did know. Like, I did hear that, like, yeah, a lot of the character influence and design of Discord came from, well, more specifically, Q, a character that John Delancey played. I think in Star Trek, actually. So yeah, the Q character from Star Trek, you know, was a big influence in Discord, and therefore, because John Delancey played Q, John Delancey also became the perfect role or the perfect actor to play Q. Oh damn, you guys caught all of that. Let's see who won. Mango Island got 5, Mango Island got 40, Taylor got 5. Dude, Mango Island got it all. Wow, perfectly timed. Queen Dayanette says, we're getting a little action movie MLP movie chat. What? Okay. Let's see. Everybody jumped. Everybody jumped. Should I drop some more stars? All right. How about this? I lose. All right. How about this? All right. What is, what is Twilight Sparkle's favorite flavor of ice cream? If you answer correctly, I will drop stars. If you answer incorrectly, I will drop bombs. Slayron Hunter says, hello there, pest control happened yesterday. Oh, really? Pest control? Oh my gosh. You know what's weird? Taylor Bird says, a lot of fan fiction is actually a lot darker. No, that's not weird at all. You're kidding me? Fanfics is, like, has to be dark. Because it's made by amateur writers. It's not made by, you know, the writers themselves. Therefore, they have the freedom to be dark. Because they don't have studio executives telling them, no, no, no. Queen Day and Night says, grape ice cream. That is incorrect. Everyone gets, Queen Day and Night gets a bomb. Let's see. Grape ice cream. Bomb. Yeah, bedbug problems. Oh no. Mango Island said bomb flavored. Nope, that is incorrect too, Mango Island. I'm sorry. You get a bomb. Bye-bye. Queen Watch Bunny, did you see my comment that I fixed? Yes. We're getting a My Little Pony movie. Yes. And I think I knew what you were saying, but I think you mistyped when you were trying to say live action. Because yes, the big news is that it's actually a live action My Little Pony movie. And I have quite a few theories about how that one's going to work out. Because My Little Pony's dead. Generation 4 is over. Generation 5 got shelved by Netflix. There's no future generation in the works yet, or we have no idea what it is. Some people are, spitballing some ideas, but we have no idea what it's going to be. And yet now is the time they choose to make a My Little Pony movie. Or a live action movie. Because when they released a real My Little Pony movie, they made it a 2D animated movie. Which is, again, very odd. They also chose the timing of kind of like a little past its prime, but it was still during the prime, All right, let's see. Elijah Walton says, I had a dream last night that Celeste was in a magical coal mine myself, as well as Twilight, Applejack, and Zip. Everyone in my dream we had to defeat the giant toothbrush. Damn, Elijah Walton, that is amazing. Taylor Everett says, it's not going to be live action. You can't do live action with animals. What? I heard it was going to be live action. Lauren Faust hated the G1 MLP show chat. What? I don't think so. Lauren Faust was a big fan of My Little Pony since the beginning. Anyways, back to the ice cream. Taylor says drywall flavor. Incorrect. You get a bomb. Uh-oh. There you are. Trying to escape that. Let's see. Taylor Edwards guessed blueberry, grape, or vanilla. Taylor Edwards, you got it right. But now you don't know which one is correct. Taylor Edwards got it right. If someone could guess the single flavor that is correct, you get stars. And Green Day and Night said it. It's vanilla. Vanilla is Twilight Sparkle's canon favorite flavor of ice cream. So, stars, everybody, stars. Jump. Look it up, Watch Pony, please. Look up what? What do you want me to look up? That Lauren Faust hated the G1 show chat? I'll look that up later. It's just a rumor. Hello again. Taylor says, when I'm saying that it's a stupid idea to call it a live action because you can't use real animals in a live action movie. No, I mean, live action just simply means they're using a camera. That's really it. Unless you're pulling a Lion King. In The Lion King, they did not use a camera. It was entirely animated in a hyper-realistic format. That is definitely not a real live-action movie, but everybody calls it a live-action movie. We're doing something like that. But if you have a person on camera interacting with an animated character that's not on camera, that's still considered a live action movie because you still have a camera recording a real person, you know? Look at that. Taylor Edwards got 30 from the jump catch game. Queen Dana caught 15. Mingo Island got 10. And Taylor got 5. Oh, and Taylor Edwards got 5 too. Congratulations, everybody. Woohoo. All right, should we do another trivia question to get some more stars? Also, really quick. I also completed Assassin's Creed 2, but not at 100%. Hey, that's good. Assassin's Creed 2, that's a great game. Vanilla flavored. Taylor has been dropping bombs. Let's see. Queen Day Night says, "Are you ready to watch the Mario 2 movie?" Oh, absolutely. That movie looks so good already. Are there anyone who's worried about spoilers from the trailer? Because there's one spoiler from the trailer that I really want to share. If you guys want me to. Everyone's dropping bombs. All right, let me think of another trivia question. Okay, let's see. I have a question for everybody. Watch Pony can tell it to the chat. All right, Queen Day Night, shoot. Go for it. What is Applejack's favorite drink of adult drink? Hint, it's not cider related. That's not a real question, though. I mean, like, that's more of a fandom question, not really like something confirmed from the show. So, I guess I don't know the answer to that one. Slamron Hunter guesses beer. Oh, that's funny. So what's Applejack's favorite drink of adult drink? I don't know. I mean, like, a lot of people like to say appletini because an appletini is like a martini, but apple. Actually, they say appletini because in the episode where Applejack got shrunk by the poison joke, Spike called her an appletini, which is pretty funny. Beer, I don't see Applejack as a beer drinker. I would see Applejack being more like a hard seltzer sort of drinker, you know? Probably like a little bit more on the responsible side. Well, actually, no, never mind. Like, usually, you know, a country gal would be very appealed toward a beer. Well, if anyone doesn't know, I'll tell them. I got a question. What food is Twilight afraid of? Ooh, I do know the answer to this one. That's a good question. All right, chat. This is the question for the stars. Get it wrong, you get a bomb. Get it right, you get stars for everybody. What food is Twilight afraid of? Whiskey, because Texan? Well, I mean, not just straight whiskey. If anything, I think Applejack would probably be a bourbon, like a smoky bourbon. Bourbon, old-fashioned. She would probably drink like an old-fashioned, get some, you know, good old bourbon whiskey. Mix that together with a little bit of the ones or twos, nice and clean. That's probably a good drink Applejack would like. Sorry, wrong. Whiskey, because Texan. What if it was a Boston Lager? Boston Lager. Anyways, Queen Day and I got it right. It's quesadilla. Um, Elijah guessed Boston Lager and was wrong. Taylor guessed vodka and that was wrong. Mango Island. Wait, who else guessed? Who else guessed? Slayer on Hunter guessed beer and that was wrong. So all three of you get bombs. Slayer on Hunter, Taylor, and Elijah. Wait, that was Elijah, right? Yeah, Boston Lager. So all of those were wrong. Anyways, Queen Day and I got quesadilla correct. So quesadilla is the one food that Twilight is afraid of, which is interesting. So stars for everybody. Jump, jump, jump. Catch those stars. Well, I think of the next question, because we still don't know the answer to the Applejack one. Like, Queen Day and I, what is your answer? What is the answer to this question? Because, I don't know, we guessed a few good ones. Like, I could totally see Applejack being a old-fashioned drinker, or a beer. That also works. Hard seltzers, that's another good one. Let's see, what's an easy one, but not too easy? Ah, I got a good one. The answer to that, chat, is Jack Daniel. I made that joke a long time ago. That was one of my first brony jokes ever. In fact, one of my favorite videos that got me into the fandom was Epic Mealtime, where they were cooking, where they were doing a parody of Epic Mealtime, but they made Epic Cupcake Time, which was pretty good. And yeah, they would always have that parody drink of Apple Jack Daniels. So yeah, Jack Daniels whiskey, Tennessee whiskey. Yeah, I guess I could see Applejack drinking that, but if anything, maybe it's more like a whiskey Coke sort of deal. Because, I don't know, a lot of people don't like Jack Daniels. If it was Jack Daniels Tennessee Honey, maybe. That would be pretty good. Anyways. La 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 la. Slayer on Hunter 115 from the jump catch game. Look at that. Taylor Edwards got 10 from the jump catch. Taylor got 10. Taylor Edwards got 5. Slayer on Hunter got 15. Taylor Edwards got 5. Taylor got 10. And Queen Day and I got 5. And Taylor got 10. Oh my gosh, Taylor got a lot that time. There is an alcoholic drink called the Applejack. Well, there's an alcoholic drink called anything because people could just invent a drink and just name it that, you know? But in terms of like classic drinks, like, you know, like a martini or a Bloody Mary or a margarita, is there an Applejack? I don't know. I'm not too keen on drinks. But I know there's plenty of fandom bars that made their own version of an Applejack. Like, that would be pretty cool. But I'm not much of a drinker myself. To me, alcohol tastes like yuck. So, you guys ready for the next question? What city did the Pear family move to when they left Ponyville? Oh my gosh. Taylor Everett's got one too. Alright, we'll ask that one second, Taylor. Trivia, what is Pinkie Pie's favorite pie? Oh my gosh. That's again, not a confirmed fact. We need confirmed facts that are confirmed from the show in order for it to be a fair and fun trivia chat. Or at least that's what I think, Queen Day and Night, because the first two questions were a little too difficult. Slayer on Hunter guesses Manhattan. That is incorrect. You get a bomb. Bye-bye. All right. Elijah Walton guesses Manhattan. Again, incorrect. Sorry, you get a bomb. Hey, 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 look at that. Queen Day and I guess Van Hoover. Spelled it wrong, but that is the correct answer. Good job, Queen Dana. You're nailing this. So here we go. Stars for everybody. All right, so let's see. Taylor Edwards. I got a good idea for a question. Applejack's family, which is one that is not named after an apple? You know, I think there is more than one that's not named after an apple. Rockville. Taylor Edwards says Rockville. Well, Taylor Edwards, we already got the answer to that question, but you still answered an incorrect answer, so I'm gonna drop a bomb on you, Taylor. A boom. But yeah, the correct answer was Van Hoover. Taylor Edwards got 10 from the jump catch game. Nice, nice. Taylor says, I think I'll go to sleep now. Good night, Watch Bunny. All right, Taylor, you have a good night. Jump, jump, jump. Taylor Edwards won 10 from the jump catch game. Nice. All right, so if you guys are curious as to what you can do with all of these, points that you're getting, you can actually gamble with them. Apple Bloom, Taylor? No, Apple Bloom is still apple. Still an apple in it. So I don't know if that one's correct. But then again, this is Taylor's question, so I'll let Taylor answer it. I have a pretty good guess, but I want to see everybody else's guesses first. And then Queen Dayanite has a question. What is Pinkie Pie's favorite pie? I think Pinkie Pie's favorite pie would have to be strawberry, macadamia, blueberry, pecan, nut, frosting, ice cream, coconuts, Oreo, banana cream, peach, cobbler, apple fritter, donut with sprinkles on top, monster pie. Just the ultimate pie. I was talking about Big Mac. Big Mac is literally Big Macintosh, and Macintosh apples is a type of apple. Yeah, Macintosh is an apple. I have one. I have an Apple family member that is not named after an apple. It's in my head right now. Like, if you guys keep guessing, because I still have an answer. Because yeah, Big Mac is an apple. Apple Bloom, still an apple. Or named after an apple, I should say. Let's see. La 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 la. Trivia question. Who is the non-MLP princess? Well, anybody. Rarity's not a princess. Pinkie Pie is not a princess. Rainbow Dash is not a princess. Starlight Glimmer's not a princess. Diamond Tiara has a diamond tiara, but it's not a princess, technically. As far as I know, anybody who is not Cadence, anybody who is not Luna, anybody who is not Celestia, and anybody who is not Flurry Heart is not a princess. So any of those could work. Let's see. Thank you, Slayron. Wait a minute. There's a thing I don't know that? Applejack's grandfather on her mother's side? Oh yeah, Granny's father Taylor? Granny's father Taylor? Wait, what? Where's the piece of the scroll memory stone located? This was forgotten in Forgotten Friendship. That part I actually do not know. I thought Wallflower found it like walking through the beach, and she like found it in the sand or something. Oh no, it wasn't in the beach. It was in the forest because she was planting some plants in the forest, and that's when she like dug into it. More to Twi, Taylor. I got a good idea for trivia. Who was the one that Twilight was singing Airplane to? That's not Pony trivia. That's Brony trivia because that's fan-made projects. in the show, Twilight does not sing with Mordecai, but in the fandom, yes, Mordecai is famously known for singing with Twilight, airplanes, and started one of the biggest memes during their time, which is still honestly a very hilarious meme. Love it. Anyways, where was the piece of the scroll for the memory stone located? This was in Forgotten Friendship. Yeah, that part I don't know. That one I think I actually will need a refresher. Anyways, did everybody give up on the Apple family member that's not named after an apple? Because the answer to that one that I was thinking of this whole time was Babseed. You know, I don't know if Babs is an apple. Or actually, what is a real life Babs seed? What the heck is a Babs seed? Yeah, see, when I type in Babs seed, it just pops up the character. Like, is Babs an apple or something? Babs seed. Yeah, see, Babs seed is not even a real kind of seed. So Babs is like, yeah, is like a name. And seed is obviously more like, seed is what's apple, but seed isn't necessarily apple. That's why I thought Babs seed is the one pony that's not named after an apple or apple related thing. And is still part of the apple family. Yo, Watch Pony, how's the life on the mountainside? It's great. You should move here. I'm all cozy up in my long sleeve with the quarter zip. Got my black velvet coffee. Actually, I could show off the logo better like this. Horchata latte. Fire over there. Snow right outside. It's beautiful. Oh, the answer to my question is Sunny Star Scout. She's not a princess even though she's not a princess. Yep, that's true. Sunny Star Scout is technically not a princess. I thought it was Pear Butter's Applejack's grandfather's name. Oh, Pear Butter. Well, that's because she's married into the Apple family. I thought you meant people who were born the Apple family and lived the Apple family. Because technically, Sugar Belle would also be a pony in the Apple family that's not named after an apple. Her name is literally Sugar Belle, which has nothing to do with apples, but she's part of the Apple family, and that's because she got married into it. So I guess we have 3 ponies. We have 3 ponies in the Apple family that don't have apple or apple in their name, or any kind of apple in their name. Non-pony related trivia. How many Australians have played Wolverine? 2. I don't know. I have no idea. Anyways, it was a hidden compartment that Twilight found in the restricted section of the Canterlot Library. Oh, yes, that scroll. That's right. Yeah, it was in a hidden compartment. Originally, it was supposed to be Big Mac because he didn't have apple in his name. I didn't know Big Mac was a real apple type. Oh, well, yeah. If you're going by that logic, Granny Smith doesn't have apple in her name either, but Granny Smith is also a type of apple, But good effort, Taylor Edwards. Like it was clever. It was clever at the time, and it got the whole chat thinking. Which Apple family member doesn't have apple in their name, or a type of apple? Who would win in a fight, Daybreaker or Nightmare Moon? All right then, everybody in the chat, tell me, Daybreaker or Nightmare Moon? Let me know in the chat right now. I'll take a vote, and let's vote on it, okay? Actually, 2 questions right now, all right? Just because Crimson's here. P.S. Did you hear that there's another pony convention to replace BabsCon? No. They're not going to replace BabsCon. They're doing their own thing. There's no such thing as replacements. Especially because it's not even in San Francisco. It's in Fresno. I'm sorry. Fresno is like the butt of California. Like, everybody loves to make fun of Fresno because it's such an awful city. Like, well, to be fair, Fresno is okay. they have a little bit of a crime rate problem, but Fresno has nothing fun. Like, LA has Hollywood, the beach, Santa Monica, and, all sorts of LA awesome things. San Francisco, the Golden Gate Bridge, tech savvy Silicon Valley, and all sorts of like, LGBTQ awesome, things. Sacramento, the capital of California. Hell, even where I'm at right now, the mountain town of California in the Sierra Nevada mountains, full of snow and ski. And then Fresno. Like, nothing. I can't say anything nice about Fresno aside from it exists. Like, oh god. Am I opposed to Fresno? No. But everybody's like, oh, Fresno is like the Fresno is like every city in Nevada that isn't Las Vegas. Like, it's the thing that nobody cares about. Nobody cares about Fresno. And that's where this new con is going to be. I mean, I'm sorry, I shouldn't be making fun of this. Convention just because of where it is. But yeah, like let me show you real quick. We have a new con alert. New con, incoming con. Let's see here. Let me show y'all on the reacts. What the heck? Oh, right. There we go. But a big. Let's transition. So anyways, yes. Okay, gotta go, gotta shower and sleep. This is obviously not going to replace full-blown BabsCon, but it's a new con nonetheless. The newest Brony My Little Pony fan convention based in Fresno, California, 2026. LGBTQ plus are welcome here. There's staffing inquiries there. They have their X, they have their Instagram, or as I like to call it, Twitter. Greetings, every pony. Welcome to the official page for Fresmare, new Brony MLP fan convention based in California, San Joaquin Valley. At the end of BabsCon and EQLA, we are very excited to bring a pony convention back to Caliponia. Updates when available. From the looks of it, they don't even have like artwork yet. They are very fresh. And this looks like the mascot. Looks pretty cute. I have no idea what the color is. And they're giving some love, giving some shout outs to Van Hoover Pony Expo. Yeah, they're giving a lot of love to Van Hoover Pony Expo. They're showing some love to their freshly made socials. They got a lot of messages. What's this? Shout out to some artists who are making some stickers. That's a very cute Twilight one. That's an adorable Fluttershy one. Have you ever had a dream that you 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 could do, that you had a dream that you had a dream that you had a dream that you'll do, you can dream, you could want to dream, you want to do, you want to dream so much that you could do anything? Oh, I forgot who that is. Who is that? I forgot. Awesome. Creepy ponies. Pinkamena socks. Rainbow Factory Rainbow Dash. Emo Shy with that one Hello Kitty character that the emos really love. Ooh, Lavender Sketches. Nice rarity. That's very cool. Oh my gosh, Pinkie Pie has braces. Rainbow Dash has a Band-Aid. What happened here? And what happened there? Dang. But I love the mohawk sort of hairstyle and the cutie mark. Like, their cutie mark has wings. That's actually pretty cool. Wait, what? Oh, Pinkie Pie's balloons are heart-shaped. And Rarity's cutie mark has an R on it. Oh, these are some cool redesigns. Oh my gosh, and look at Fluttershy. Wow, she has like clouds on her hooves and one butterfly with a animal paw. Those are some really cool designs. Nice one, Lavender Sketches. And that's it. So yeah, they're fresh. But yeah, new PonyCon in the works. That ought to be exciting. Original. Yep, it is 2. The new upcoming Insomniac has an Aussie VA. Oh, interesting. Taylor says that is so hard. Who will win in a fight, Spike from Cowboy Bebop or Spike from MLP? In the equestrian map, it's called Smoky Mountains. Okay, gotta go, shower and sleep. All right, Slayer on Hunter, have a good night. Taylor Edwards asks, who do you think would win in a fight, the Wicked Witch of the West or Maleficent? Maleficent can turn to a dragon. I'd say Maleficent. But Maleficent does not sing as good as the Wicked Witch of the West. She is the best singer. If it's a singing competition, she would win. I have no idea why, but Bluey was in South Park. Well, that's because South Park has to include everything that's popular. And Bluey is very, very popular. Add adultery, I think Pinkie Pie's design is by far the best. I love that design. Moon says hi. Hi, Moon. I'm sending hellos to Moon as well. But yeah, Frez Mayor. That's going to be interesting. Will I go there? I don't know. Maybe. If I have money, because financially I had a really bad year. That, and maybe I would have to, go back to making more videos. Like, I need to be relevant in the fandom again, because right now I feel like I'm kind of like a retired channel. Pony and Fursuits, and this was a photo shoot from Ponyville Cider Fest, which looked pretty good. Pony type, Shine 1. Oh, this is Tridashy. I'll probably unlock the audio for that one later. Unless the audio is already playing, which means I need to mute it. Hi, WP, what's up? Hey there, Quentin Jones. Demon Gosler says, do you work today? Nah, just a little bit of office work. Nothing too crazy. Why, do you think you want to play some games in my new setup? Which is, pretty blank. Actually, let me show you the real one. Also, I found Spooky Pony. Holy hell. That looks awesome. I'm guessing the tree that's growing out of Fluttershy's head is probably a nod to swamp fever, that sickness that makes you grow spots, which is weird why they have stripes instead of spots, but it makes you grow into a tree. Like, that is awesome. Oh, never mind. Fluttershy's rot design is from Scribbler's fanfic, Ashes in Her Wake. Okay, so Scribbler has an original story. This is not swamp fever like I thought it was. But this is a very creepy and awesome design. Like, good job, Ash. That was really good. And apparently, Scribbler has this new fanfic where Sidetwy and Applejack from Equestria Girls are roommates. That's actually kind of curious. I'm curious actually how they would do that. I wrote a 30,000 word Christmas story in that time. I'll see you in December. Wow, Flutterjack and Twyjack shenanigans. Oh my gosh, I gotta catch up on some fanfics. There's some really crazy ones right now. Let's see, where was I? Oh yes. Who do you think is the best singer? The Wicked Witch of the West, or the one from the Broadway show, or the one from the movie? Well, I never saw the Broadway show. Also, I never saw the movie, so you're asking the wrong guy. Pixar has a new movie coming in March. What I do know is that I saw Maleficent, the new one and the old one, and Maleficent doesn't sing. So that strongly makes me think that Maleficent's not the best singer. Pixar has a new movie coming in March. Yes, they do. It's about a gopher or something, right? Um, Taylor Everett says, I thought that it was a reference to the fact that Fluttershy said that she didn't mind being turned into a tree. Yeah, that too. That too, yeah. I loved it when that was like one of the biggest running jokes of like the entire fandom. Have you ever heard of Slender Mane Candy Mare? Slender Mane? I've heard of the Candy Mare, but never Slender Mane Candy Mare. Is that the same one, or is Slender Mane Candy Mane together? Also, there's a lot of really cool fan fictions, not from My Little Pony, but Hell of a Boss and Has Been Hotel, and my favorite one is Treasure Planet and Coraline fan fictions. Ooh. Well, that's the beauty of fanfics, you know. Anybody can make them about literally anything. And, you know, if you're a big fan of crossovers, a lot of people love to make crossover fics. So I'm pretty sure there's plenty of Has Been Hotel, Hell of a Boss crossover with My Little Pony crossover fics. I forgot to space. Yeah, no worries. Um, but yeah, yeah, that's the beautiful thing about fanfics is that you know your creativity is your only limit. Let's see, what was I gonna look at again? I forgot. That's the Toidashi. Oh, look at that. We got the three griffins. We got Gilda, Greta, and Gabby. Isn't it funny that they all start with G? Wait a minute. Um what's the name of the blue griffin? Oh my gosh, wait, Grandpa Gruff also starts with a G. Who is the blue griffin? Ocellus, Silverstream, Sandbar, Yona, Smolder. Oh my gosh, who is the blue griffin? I can't believe I'm blanking on his name. For some reason I want to say Gavin, but I don't think that's right. Is it chat, help me out. Student Gallus. Oh my gosh, it is Gallus. Every single griffin has a name that starts with G. And I just now realized that. Oh, also my freaking OBS is displaying. What the hell? Where's the... There we go. So it is Gallus. Actually, let me transition back, might as well. Hopper might be the name of the movie. Also, the griffin is Gallus. Hopper? Hopper might be the name of the movie? Oh, the Pixar movie. Yes, yes. Yes. But yeah, the griffin's name is Gallus. For Gavis and Gavin. Yeah, the reason why is because I have a friend named Gavin. And I guess I must have confused him for it. Anyways, Taylor Everett says maybe Blitz would get along with the ponies because he's a horse girl after all. Maybe, maybe. The only people I can see getting along in the ponies is Charlie and Nifty. No, no, no. I don't think Nifty should even get close to the ponies. I am so scared that Nifty is just gonna try to stab the ponies just because Nifty is nifty. Although a lot of people would easily vouch that Blitz would love the ponies because Blitz in the show does actually love those demon horses that they have in hell. There's a really funny trailer for Hoppers that actually made fun of the fact that they were copying off of Avatar: The Last Airbender with one of the blue aliens. Wait, what? Avatar: The Last Airbender? Oh, that they were copying off Avatar: The Last Airbender. The one with the blue... Not The Last Airbender, the one with the blue aliens. Okay, okay, so it is James Cameron Avatar. I noticed too that I don't know why every griffin starts with a G. Has anybody found out why? I don't know. I think they're all just in on it. I think they're all just in on the joke. The whole species of griffin just want to get in on a big joke and be like, hey, You know, it would be funny and would confuse everybody if all of our names started with G. That would be hilarious. I can't believe it took me this long to figure it out. Like, yeah, we've only had 4 griffins or 5 griffins with names, and they all started with G. Like, that's crazy. Anyways, so Candy Mare, yes, I have heard of. Slender Mane, I have not. But I'm guessing Slender Mane is just a parody of Slender Man. So it's going to be, I'm guessing, a blank face pony, very tall, hangs out in forests, kidnaps children, similar to Slender Man. What if SpongeBob met Pinkie Pie? If SpongeBob met Pinkie Pie, SpongeBob would be like, "Da ya ya ya," and Pinkie Pie would be like, and then SpongeBob would be like, "Da ya 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 ya," and Pinkie Pie would be like, and Twilight and then Twilight will be standing next to Squidward and be like, "I'm surrounded by idiots," and then Squidward's gonna be like, "Oh no, actually Squidward would be the one saying, I'm surrounded by idiots," and Twilight would be like, "Tell me about it." And they're both just going to be staring at Pinkie Pie and SpongeBob, just laughing uncontrollably for 3 days. And then afterwards, SpongeBob's going to be like, "Ugh, laughing for 3 days straight made me really hungry. How about a Krabby Patty?" And then Pinkie Pie will be like, "Ooh, what is it?" And then he's like, "It's a burger." And then feeds it to Pinkie Pie. Pinkie Pie eats it, and it's the most amazing thing ever. "This is delicious. What's in it?" I don't know, but it's vegan because it is also it's also confirmed that Krabby Patties are vegetarian burgers. Anyways, Taylor Everett says, honestly, I didn't even notice. Slender Mane comes from the fanfic Silent Ponyville. Oh, okay, so it never got its own standalone story then. Okay. Speaking of Silent Ponyville, did you know somebody's actually animating the entire Silent Ponyville? It's a new video that just came out too. Let me see if I could find it. Oh, also, before I show that Slender pony, before I show off that Slender pony thing, I do want to show you this badass video that I found not too long ago. Where are you? Alice, where are you? Wait a minute. Why is it censored? Is it still censored? Oh, no. Oh, now it is. How fascinating. So I have to keep this thing minimalized in order for you guys to actually see it. Huh, weird. Alright, well, in that case, let me just squish this. I would much rather wide than tall. Alright, it's 5 a.m. and I gotta go to sleep now. Bye, WP. Alright then. Bye, Mango Island. You have a good day. I'm gonna pause that for a second. I think Slenderman made an Easter egg appearance in My Little Pony. Yep, that is true. You know, that's a fanfic in the making. I'm pretty damn sure that somebody made a Slender Man My Little Pony fanfic. But it is true. The most famous version... Whoops. Sorry about that, Mike. The most famous version of Slender Man, or the Slender Pony, I should say, Slender Mane, is probably from the Silent Ponyville animation. David Redrawn is in the chat. Hello, what's up? What's up to you, man? We're just, you know, watching some stuff, watching some videos. Actually, no, we're kind of discussing the Slender Mane. And Slender Mane is, in fact, Slender Mane is, in fact, here in animation form thanks to a talented animator. Let me see if I can find it. That's all the... Yep, that's all the things in the chat. So let me just... Oh, also really quick, David Redrawn, I saw that you're a Stunky right now, right? Stunky, that's what those are called? Yeah, you're a Stunky. David Redrawn, if you want to be a different kind of Pokemon, let me know in the chat so I could change it for you. Taylor Edwards says, I actually heard of Slender Man being controversial because of something that happened in real life. When the movie came out, it got banned. No, the movie didn't get banned. It just got some bad publicity because, yeah, I think it was a pretty famous court case of where some teenage girls murdered their friend because they thought that Slender Man was either out to get them, they thought that Slender Man commanded them to. Either way, the girls blamed Slender Man for murdering their friend. It's a terrible tragedy. I absolutely hate it, and I hate that that happened. But that just goes to show that online, you should never take anything too seriously, especially when it comes to the world of creepypastas and urban legends and all sorts of, you know, scary, spooky stuff. Because Slender Man's whole deal was that the whole internet collectively was in on it, on making Slender Man look as real as possible. They made videos where it looked like found footage, where it looked like Slender Man was hiding. These were fake, but everybody treated it as if it was real videos. Same thing with all the stories. People would write stories and be like, I almost found the Slender Man, and I barely made it out alive. Whew, bless you. Thank you, Rigo. But yeah. Good news is the girl didn't die, but she was seriously injured. Really? I thought she died. Quentin Jones is asking, have you seen the Has-Been Hotel on Broadway show on Prime? I haven't seen it yet. No, I haven't seen it either, but I did see that it was on Prime, and I'm super happy that there is a Broadway version because, as I mentioned before, Season 1 of Has-Been Hotel is very much paced and written to be a musical. Like, the way the songs are introduced, the way the songs are, the way the dialogue is said, and the way the story moves, it really is much more paced, much more written like a Broadway musical. And let's not face the elephant in the room that the cast, all the voice actors of Has-Been Hotel, are also Broadway stars themselves. So I'm very happy to see that there is a Broadway version. I tried to go to see that show where I live, and I did not get tickets because I did not cosplay. I'm not kidding, that's what actually happened. Wait, really? Taylor Edwards, you almost got to see Has-Been on Broadway, but sadly they only allow people who cosplay inside? Oh man, that's crazy. There it is. Silent Ponyville animation. 2 months ago, this is the one. 2 months ago, Sinclair Dugor uploaded the first video of what I assume is going to be an interesting new series that revolves around Silent Ponyville. And everybody knows that the first chapter of Silent Ponyville revolves around Pinkie Pie. David Redrawn says, I've seen the MLP Grimdarks. What's up? Did the Slender Man movie get banned? I don't think it did, but by the time the movie came out, all the hype for Slender Man was already done. Oh, I should have put a epilepsy warning on that. Sheesh, I totally forgot that was even a thing in this video. But yeah, like, I'm looking at this animation and it's really well made. Like, it's very flowy. It has like the original style of like the early, you know, Brony animations, while at the same time still, you know, hitting that, like, dark note. It's still colorful, like a lot of MLP creepypastas. They try to, like, mute the colors to make it more spooky. And, like, see, they're even including some walk cycles here too, which is pretty nice. Gives characters a lot of bounce and things like that. But yeah, it's an interesting animation. So hopefully the animation studios or the channel that continues it will continue making the series, because Silent Ponyville is down to its core a really good story. David Redrawn says, I don't remember if it was The Lost Narrator or Scribbler Productions. It could have even been Mag Pony, but other than IV, other than that, oh, I've seen one with Slenderman in an MLP Grimdark. Oh, most likely. They're the ones who always make all the spooky pony stories and turn them into videos. Taylor Everett says, I'm serious. I tried to get tickets, and when I applied for them, I had to be in a cosplay, which I did not know about. And I didn't get tickets because of that, and I'm so mad. Oh man, that's a shame. But that's also such a weird rule. I don't think I've ever seen a production with that weird of a rule before. Elijah Walton says, the Nickelodeon resignation incident wasn't real. It was hijacked broadcast of SpongeBob. The Nickelodeon resignation incident? What is that? Let's see. What is the Nickelodeon resignation incident? It's a spin pasta. Ooh, spin pasta. How interesting. Anyways, let's see. On July 17th, 2009, Nickelodeon organized the Ultimate SpongeBob Bash Marathon, announcing that they were going to stream every single SpongeBob episode. However, at the time that the, marathon begun, witnesses began to notice various bugs and issues. And then they would see things like the paper halfway through Help Wanted suddenly skipping. And then SpongeBob himself was shown, assumed to be technical glitches, with one of them resulting a graphic that could read this. Something has gone wrong, and we're trying to fix it. We'll be back normal as soon as we can. Sorry. And then I'm guessing this is the spooky one. Yeah, look at that spooky face. Spooky wookie. The reason art is dead. Oh my gosh. Oh, hey. Oh my gosh, Mike Wazowski. What are these images? I think this is something else. That's unrelated. Anyways, yeah. Fans of SpongeBob, that's a militarily angrily. Once that line of... Oh, wow. Ew, I'm not reading any of this. This is all very, not safe for language. I'll put this Pinkie Pie eye. I'll put... Nah, that could be a good little space. Anyways, yeah, no, that's definitely a fake story, because, well, that's the thing about creepypastas. They have to be realistic, and it falls under the line of lost episodes. That used to be a really big trend for scary stories, was finding lost episode of shows like SpongeBob, The Simpsons. Bart's Dead is a very famous example of this. Or Red Mist, aka Squidward's, I can't say the word, but it rhymes with Bluicide. Anyways, shows or creepypastas like those are always meant to look, to read as if they're real, but they're all fake. They're all fake. Don't worry about it. This fake broadcast of Nickelodeon, nah. If it was real, there would have been a better record of it in public records, but no, that... if only channels and story readers from like the internet have found it, it's pretty clear that it's fake, Mm-hmm. Anyways, oh yeah, this is the thing I wanted to show you guys. Um, wait, what about Rainbow Factory? What are your thoughts about Rainbow Factory? Wait, why is my chat not refreshing? Hello? Oh, yeah, here we go. I admitted when I first became a fan, I honestly was fooled by fan-made episodes thinking they were official, like Double Rainbow. Well, Double Rainbow was pretty well animated. Obviously, if you were to watch it now, you could probably see all of the animation errors. But when it first came out, it was pretty good. What are your thoughts on Rainbow Factory? I liked Rainbow Factory better than a lot of the other famous creepypasta stories. It developed a really good like set of stories afterwards. There was like a lot of spin-off series as well. And of course, the legendary song that started it all. Like it's very cool seeing that like it became reversed. Instead of a lot of songs coming out from the story came from the song. It was something that even surprised me when I first, heard about it. And it was pretty good. It's a good story and, just really hammers in the whole emphasis about perfection and expectations and things like that. I was fooled by fan-made episodes. Taylor Edwards 1-5 from the Jump Catch game. Okay, so all of you guys have stars, correct? Well, did you know that you could actually bet those stars? Like, let me go to my chat room right here. I'm counting on the story of Rainbow Factory. Hi, Elijah Walton. All right, but anyways, whoops. Copy. All right, if you type in !/ slots and then you put a space and then you put a number, you could actually bet, and a little slot machine will show up. Look at that. See? Roll the slots. What do I get? Hopefully a win. 7, 7. Ah, damn it. All right. But yeah, see, I bet 50 of my stars. So if you type ! Slots and then your number, then you can also bet and roll the slot machine. So feel free to do that since everybody got a crap ton of points from all of the stars that I've been showering you guys with. I'm counting on the story of Rainbow Factory. Quentin Jones says, I want to read a fanfic about the Dark Main 6. That would be something like Pink Amina from Cupcakes, Overmare Rainbow Dash, Little Miss Rarity, Apple Sleep Applejack, Flutterbat, and Researcher Twilight. Well, Flutterbat wouldn't necessarily be the horror story of Fluttershy. Me personally, I think the best Fluttershy horror story or creepypasta is actually Butterflies. Butterflies is a story where Fluttershy and Pinkie Pie are brought into a cave and they both get eaten by carnivorous butterflies. Ooh, what's this? Oh, Elijah Walton's rolling the dice. Oh, hey, look at that. Winner, winner. Congratulations. Let's see, Elijah Walton got 30 from slots. Elijah Walton bet 75. I didn't see what happened. Oh, Quentin Jones also won. Nice. Let me try again. Let me bet 50. Let's see. There we go. There we go. All right, come on. What do I get? What do I get? Cherry. Cherry. Close. I was close, but. Gotcha. All right, then. So, anyways, like I said, this is where I'm going to be, uploading the rest of the content right around here. Everything looks pretty good. And, yeah, I think that may be everything. Anything else that we need to talk about? I think we're good. We're just about ready to wrap up, so maybe a few last minute questions. Um, ooh, I did see a few updates. I did see that Ash Ketchum is going to be in Death Battle. That's going to be interesting. I did see that Digital Circus is getting a lot of fan-made songs, so there may be a future Digital Circus top 10. But I definitely want to catch up on Has-Been because, from what I've seen, the latest Has-Been episodes are crazy. They are fire. Oh, what's this? What I meant to say is that I'm writing a fanfic about Rainbow Factory continuing the story. Oh, okay. Well, David Redrawn, I wish you the best of luck because that sounds like an awesome idea. Ooh, Taylor Edwards is rolling the dice. Hey, look at that. Taylor Edwards. Look at you. You got another set of monies right there. Oh, very cool. Taylor Edwards won 20 from the slots. All right, let me try one more time with the slots. And if I don't, and I get three failures in a row, I'm gonna end the stream. I'm gonna end the stream if I don't earn any money from this next roll. So here we go. Come on. Give me some money. Rolling the slot machine. Let's go. 7. Orange. Bum cakes. All right. Well, I guess that's the end of the stream. That's what I meant. Watch, pony. That's what I meant. Oh, Fluttershy from Butterflies. Oh, but you said Flutterbat. Well, either way, I also agree. Fluttershy from Butterflies is a better one for the Horror 6. We'll have the Horror main 6. Yeah, Little Miss Rarity, Mad Scientist Twilight, Apple Sleep Project Applejack, Pink Amina from Cupcakes, even though it's technically Pinkie Pie from Cupcakes, but still. Butterfly, Fluttershy, and lastly, Overmare, Rainbow Dash. The Horror 6. That would be awesome. Alright, I have a prequel and 10 chapters so far. Oh, really? Well then, keep up the great work, David. And I hope that you, I hope the story goes well. As for everybody else, thank you so much for watching. I think we're about to wrap it up here. Quentin Jones says, 40 for the slots. Oh, wait, Quentin, oh man, I didn't even see if Quentin Jones got money. Wait, Quentin Jones, where's your slot machine? I guess Quentin Jones didn't win anything either. Whoops, that slot machine is very quick. All right, but I am gonna hit you all with the screensaver. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. Oh, you didn't mean to put Flutterbat. Oh, okay, because yeah, I was confused. I saw you wrote Flutterbat in the comment. I'm trying to write my own fairy tale on an alien planet underwater. Oh, very cool. Well, keep up the great work, keep on writing, keep on being creative, and keep making stuff up. Because those are the fun things in life. Alright then. So, thank you very much for watching, everybody. Gonna hit you all with a screensaver, and I'm taking off. Hopefully a new video this week, and I'll see you all then. Until then, stream never bothered me anyways. And maybe I will play a video game later today on Twitch. So if you want to join me on Twitch, you're more than free to do that. But until then, thank you so much for watching, everybody. And I will see you all next time. Stream never bothered me anyways. Bye-bye. Screensaver time. Fly, Pokemon, fly. There we go. There we go. All right, bye, everybody.